Urgent from the throne room. Archangel Michael says your name was spoken today. And what happens next will change your life forever. My beloved child, the heavens are not silent tonight. Something sacred has been declared in the highest realm, and the angels are still trembling from the sound of it. Your name, yes, your name was spoken before the throne of light. And when that happened, time itself paused for a brief moment. The air shifted around you earlier, did it? That strange chill, that sudden wave of emotion. It wasn't random. It was the vibration of your name being uttered by Archangel Michael himself, echoing across dimensions. Something powerful has been released in your favor. You have been watched not with judgment, but with divine interest. Every struggle, every tear you hid in silence has now been recorded as evidence of your endurance. Heaven has finally decided that the time for endurance is over and the time for elevation has begun. At this very second, the golden seal of your destiny is being broken open. Angels in royal garments are writing your new chapter with trembling hands. The ink they use is made of your prayers, your pain, and your persistence. It glows brighter than fire itself. For years, forces tried to erase your name from this divine scroll. But today, Michael himself stepped forward and said, "No one touches what belongs to the chosen one." That's when the atmosphere shifted. That's when your future realigned itself with divine favor. The vibrations you feel right now are not coincidence, they are confirmation. You're standing at the edge of something that cannot be explained, only experienced. And in the next few moments, what happens next will change everything you thought was possible for you. It's not an illusion. It's intervention. The energy of heaven has entered your timeline, removing delays that have held you hostage. Before midnight tonight, a message, a sign, or a person will cross your path to confirm what you're hearing now. You'll know it when it happens. The timing will be too precise, too strange, too holy to be random. It will hit your soul with peace so deep. It will silence every doubt you've ever had. Stay calm. You were meant to find this. This moment is not entertainment. It's alignment. You are not watching this by mistake. You are witnessing a decree being fulfilled. The same decree that angels whispered about while you were asleep last night. The same decree that now carries your destiny forward. Stay right here. Don't move, because the next part will reveal the divine reason your name was spoken today. Something unimaginable is about to be uncovered. Something heaven has kept sealed for you and you alone. Don't skip. The next revelation is about to unfold. When Archangel Michael spoke your name before the throne, the sound didn't fade. It carried through the corridors of eternity, vibrating through galaxies, bending the direction of fate itself. My beloved child, something shifted at very moment in your physical world, though your eyes couldn't yet see it. Your reality has begun to bend toward divine orchestration. And soon, the proof will appear in undeniable form. The records of heaven hold stories, some written in gold, others hidden until the right soul is ready to receive them. Today, one of those stories belongs to you. It's not a coincidence that you are hearing this right now. A celestial decision was made about your next chapter. And Michael has been ordered to deliver the message personally through this moment. The weight you've carried has reached heaven's limit. And now divine balance must be restored. In the throne room, there is no chaos. Every motion is sacred. The archangels stand in perfect symmetry surrounding a massive scroll glowing with your name carved across it in radiant letters. When it was read aloud, the sky trembled. Clouds parted across realms you cannot see. And from that moment, your spiritual contract was rewritten. Everything that once resisted your breakthrough is now collapsing under divine instruction. What once delayed you will now propel you forward. Michael did not speak your name casually. He declared it with fire in his voice and protection in his wings. He reminded the heavens of what you endured when no one saw. How you kept faith when everything told you to surrender. That is why your name rose to the top of the list today. You have been chosen for an unexpected unveiling. Something that will reverse the pain of your past and crown you in front of those who doubted your rise. Right now, an unseen rearrangement is taking place. The connections that will lead to your elevation are being positioned like divine chess pieces. Certain names will leave your circle not out of coincidence but out of necessity. They were blocking light from reaching you. You will notice in the coming hours that people who once drained you will fall silent and those meant to uplift you will suddenly appear. That is not social shifting. It's spiritual surgery. Michael stood before the throne today and said, "This one has passed every unseen test." His words released a sequence of divine energy that is now traveling through the lines of destiny toward your life. In simple terms, the delay is over. What was pending, withheld, or postponed has been unsealed. Heaven's vault has been instructed to open for you. And you will feel this through sudden clarity, supernatural peace, and divine provision appearing at unexpected times. You must understand, my beloved child, that heaven does not call your name lightly. When it does, there is always a reason, a release, and reward. For years, your name was covered by shadows of misunderstanding, jealousy, and spiritual interference. But when Michael spoke today, those shadows dissolved. You were reintroduced to heaven not as a survivor but as a successor. That means your timeline is no longer defined by what happened to you. It's defined by what's about to happen for you. This is not imagination. Even as you read or hear this, waves of light are moving through your timeline, correcting the crooked paths, closing doors that were traps, and opening gates that had been locked. Somewhere around you, angels are at work right now. You might feel chills, warmth, or stillness. That's their energy recalibrating your atmosphere. Heaven does not move in silence when a name is spoken in the throne room. It moves with divine precision. The book of remembrance has been reopened. And your acts of kindness, your quiet tears, your unseen sacrifices, they've all been recorded as evidence for this moment. Heaven never forgets faithfulness. Every time you helped someone in pain while you were broken yourself, the angels wrote it down. Every time you forgave when you wanted to fight back, they recorded it. Those moments became the currency that activated your current breakthrough. The heavens cannot stay silent any longer because your spiritual account is overflowing. A sacred exchange has begun. For every loss, a greater game is scheduled. For every betrayal, restoration is now in motion. For every silent night of hopelessness, a dawn of unexplainable joy is being prepared. Michael is not coming empty-handed. He's carrying your confirmation. Somewhere between your next sunrise and your next prayer, the first sign will appear. You will recognize it because it will feel like destiny brushing your skin. Subtle yet undeniable. You have to stay aware in this season. The divine doesn't shout. It whispers. The next opportunity, the next open door, the next message that shifts your direction, it will appear disguised as something ordinary. Don't overlook it. Don't doubt it. Michael often hides miracles in simplicity to see who's ready to believe. And you, my beloved child, have proven through your faith that you can be trusted with something extraordinary. The vibration around you will intensify in the coming days. You may feel restlessness. Dreams may grow vivid or certain memories may replay in your mind. These are not random. They are activations. Heaven uses remembrance to prepare the heart before release. Something you thought was finished long ago is about to resurrect in a way that redeems every part of your story. What once hurt you will now honor you. There is a divine instruction woven into this revelation. Remain calm, remain open, and remain grateful. The energy of gratitude draws miracles closer while fear pushes them away. Heaven operates through vibration. And gratitude matches the frequency of manifestation. When Michael said your name, gratitude became the fragrance that followed his voice. Stay in that state. Walk like someone chosen. Speak like someone favored. Think like someone who already carries divine evidence. Soon you will realize why things had to delay. Why certain people disappeared. Why opportunities seemed to slip away just before they came close. It was heaven rearranging your stage for the right moment. That moment has now arrived. The script of your life is being rewritten in real time. And what comes next is not recovery. It's revelation. You are not going back to where you were. You are being escorted to where you were always meant to be. Everything that once intimidated you will begin to recognize your new vibration. People will sense something has changed about you. Even if they can't name it, it's the energy of divine favor. And when that energy starts radiating, closed doors begin to open without effort. Watch how easily things begin to flow in your favor from this moment on. Watch how people who ignored you start to notice you again, but this time under heaven's command. This is not the end of the message, my beloved child. It's only the unveiling of the first seal. The next part will show you what heaven is preparing to hand over in the next 48 hours. The confirmation will be so undeniable that you will remember this very moment as the turning point of your entire journey. Stay connected. Stay focused because what's coming is too sacred to miss. Stay till the end. The next revelation will unfold the exact reason why your destiny was called by name. My beloved child, as the echo of your name still travels through realms unseen, the heavens have entered a moment of sacred silence. This silence is not emptiness. It is divine focus. Every archangel, every celestial force has turned their attention toward one's soul. A council has been gathered around the throne, and the subject of that meeting is your destiny. What is about to unfold in your life is not the product of chance, but the result of this heavenly discussion that began when Archangel Michael declared your name with reverence. In the throne room, light does not behave as it does on earth. It breathes, it sings, it remembers. The moment Michael spoke your name, light itself carried that frequency into the divine archives. The words he spoke were not simple sounds. They were keys. And those keys have unlocked something that had been sealed for far too long. There was a chapter of your destiny that had been kept in reserve, waiting for your heart to reach a certain level of readiness. Today, that chapter has opened, and what is written inside it will alter every timeline connected to you. Heavenly messengers are now being dispatched. They carry scrolls bound in threads of gold, and inside each scroll is an assignment. Some are sent to open the hearts of those meant to bless you. Others are sent to remove barriers disguised as delays, and a few are already moving toward your path, ensuring you walk into divine appointments without missing a single one. You might feel sudden impulses, urges to act, to call someone, to step somewhere new. Follow them carefully. As heaven whispering direction through intuition. You see, when your name was spoken before the throne, a command followed. The command was simple yet powerful. Restore. That single word carries more strength than 1,000 prayers. It means the heavens have issued an order for every stolen moment, every broken dream, every lost opportunity to return to you in higher form. It's no longer about compensation. It's about transformation. The pain that once defined you is now being refined into purpose. And purpose, once activated, cannot be stopped by human interference. Michael stood guard over the decree as it was signed. The seal glowed brighter than lightning. And when it broke open, the energy that poured out was not just for your future. It was for your lineage. You are not the only one being redeemed in this hour. Every generation connected to your bloodline is being touched by this release. The cycle of repeated pain, betrayal, and disappointment ends with you. You are the chosen link through which divine reversal begins. It's not a coincidence that recently your energy has felt different. The things that once hurt you deeply now seem to lose their power. That's because heaven has shifted your frequency. You're no longer aligned with old patterns. And those patterns can no longer attach to you. Even people who try to provoke you will find that your spirit remains untouched. You have become untouchable, not through pride, but through purpose. This is the quiet strength that comes when the throne room is declared enough. The signs will start subtle. A dream that feels too real. A message that arrives at the perfect moment. A song, a phrase, or a number that repeats itself until you notice. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They will build layer upon layer until your spirit can no longer deny that something divine is unfolding. You'll begin to sense that heaven has moved closer, that everything you touch now carries meaning. Even ordinary conversations will start to carry divine codes. Archangel Michael has stationed guardians around you. Their presence is why certain danger no longer come near you. Why certain people suddenly lost interest in hurting you. The shield surrounding your energy is unbreakable now. And within that protection, new beginnings are being nurtured. Opportunities that once slipped away are being revived. People who doubted you will witness your restoration, and their disbelief will turn into quiet awe. Heaven's justice is never loud. It's strategic. This unfolding is personal. Heaven waited for this exact time because your spirit is now mature enough to handle what's being released. You no longer chase validation. You attract truth. You no longer beg for love. You embody it. That's why this moment carries weight. Because you are not who you used to be. The old you would have sabotaged this blessing. I healed you will sustain it. That's why Michael smiled when he spoke your name. He knew the transformation was complete. And now a spiritual wind is beginning to blow around you. It may manifest as restlessness, a push to move forward, or sudden endings that make no logical sense. Don't resist them. Each shift is heaven rearranging your circumstances for your highest alignment. The people leaving your life are not being removed by cruelty, but by divine necessity. You cannot carry old frequencies into a new realm. Letting go is not loss. It is making room for what was always meant to be yours. Yours is a fragrance that follows those chosen by the throne. It's the fragrance of divine favor. It announces your arrival before you speak. It opens hearts before you ask. And it unlocks doors before you knock. That fragrance is now upon you. You might notice people treating you differently, sensing something luminous about your presence. Don't shrink from it. It's the residue of heavenly endorsement. Michael calls it the mark of remembered light. It identifies you as one who had been seen by heaven. The divine conversation about you has not ended. It continues. The throne room does not speak once and move on. It declares in stages. Each stage builds upon the previous one, expanding your destiny until the vision becomes reality. You are now in stage 1, the awakening of alignment. Soon, stage 2 will begin, the manifestation of evidence. That's when physical confirmation will appear. Money, messages, reconciliations, breakthroughs. Things that once seemed impossible will now unfold with divine ease. But remember this truth, my beloved child. Heaven's timing is always perfect, but it requires your participation. The energy of fear, doubt, or resentment can delay what's already in motion. The energy of trust, gratitude, and expectation accelerates it. So as you listen, let your spirit remain open. Say within yourself, I'm ready. Those 2 words are enough for heaven to move faster. You don't need complex rituals. Your belief itself is the bridge between heaven and earth. In the next 24 hours, you may notice an alignment so specific it will feel unreal. A message that comes right when you were about to give up. A face you haven't seen in years appearing out of nowhere. A thought that solves a problem that's bothered you for months. These are not coincidences. They are divine replies. When your name was spoken, heaven also scheduled these synchronicities as proof that the decree was real. Each one is a signature of divine timing. You may feel overwhelmed, emotional, or even in disbelief. That's natural. Heaven's reality often feels too big for the human heart to grasp. But take a deep breath and allow peace to wash over you. This is what divine alignment feels like. It doesn't rush, it flows. You are stepping into a new frequency where you no longer chase miracles. Miracles chase you. Michael has already gone ahead, ensuring that every step you take is guided, protected, and blessed. Heaven's message to you right now is simple. Stay position. Don't step back into fear. Don't speak words of doubt. And don't allow distractions to break your focus. Every thought, every feeling, every word is energy, and energy is creation. You are now co-creating with heaven itself. The throne has issued the decree, but you must walk it out in faith. That's how the unseen becomes seen. This is not the end of your revelation. It's merely the continuation of heaven's announcement. The next chapter will reveal the reason behind your sudden spiritual awakening and the exact divine purpose Archangel Michael was assigned to activate in you. What comes next will not just touch your heart. It will rewrite your life story, in ways you never thought possible. Don't ignore. The next revelation will uncover what Archangel Michael was commanded to hand over to you personally. My beloved child, as the angels began to descend with their golden scrolls, a divine seal was broken in the high realms. This seal carried your signature. Not one written by human hands, but one etched in pure light when your soul was first chosen for this life. When it opened, a stream of energy rushed out, wrapping around your destiny like a crown. That energy was not random. It was a signal to every celestial being that the time for manifestation had finally come. At that very instant, Archangel Michael stood before the throne and bowed his head. His sword shimmered with white fire, a symbol of protection and truth. The Lord of hosts looked at him and said, "Go forth. Deliver the proof to the one whose faith did not fail. You, my beloved, are that one. You are the reason heaven moved today. This revelation is not a coincidence. It's a confirmation that everything once delayed is now being accelerated. For months, even years, your spirit endured a test that your mind could not comprehend. You wondered why doors closed when you prayed, why people left when you loved it, why opportunities disappeared right when you were ready. What you didn't see was heaven's hand redirecting your path toward divine alignment. Sometimes closed doors are not rejection, they're protection. And now those same locked gates are swinging open with authority. The energy that once resisted you has surrendered to the call of your name. Michael has already marked your path. Every obstacle that once stood before you is being cleared one by one. You'll notice it in the smallest ways. A delay that suddenly resolves. A silence that finally breaks. A message that arrives at the perfect second. These are not accidents. These are orchestrations from the throne room itself. Heaven doesn't rush, but it never fails. And now it has declared that your season of divine manifestation has begun. Do you remember the heaviness that used to weigh on your chest? The invisible pressure, the feeling that something unseen was trying to block your peace. That was the residue of spiritual interference. But when Michael spoke your name, that residue burned away. The light around your soul expanded. And for the first time in years, your spirit began to breathe freely. This light will continue to grow until it covers every shadow that once tried to haunt you. That is the nature of divine exposure. What was hidden must now serve your healing. Heaven has no concept of limitation. And yet it waited until now to move because timing is sacred. You were not ready to carry this power before. You would have mistaken it for coincidence. But now your discernment has matured and the heavens can trust you with clarity. In the coming days, you will notice that you no longer have to beg or chase what is meant for you. The blessings will begin to find you quietly, precisely, irresistibly. They will come disguised as sudden opportunities. Unexpected conversations, or shifts that seem to happen overnight. The divine order has already been signed. In the decree, your name is written beside 3 sacred words appointed for glory. That inscription carries a vibration so strong that no human energy can erase it. Even now it is echoing through the corridors of your life, pulling the right people, the right timing and the right miracles toward you. That is why lately your spirit feels both heavy and light at once. You are standing at the intersection of endings and beginnings. The old cycle is dissolving and the new one is forming beneath your very feet. Michael has positioned you under what the throne calls the window of acceleration. It's a brief but powerful period where everything that once took months can unfold in days. Pay attention to your surroundings. The signs will not be loud. They will be subtle but undeniable. A text you weren't expecting. A door that suddenly opens. A silence that finally breaks in your favor. These are heaven's confirmations, disguised as coincidence. When you feel a pull to speak, speak life. When you sense the nudge to act, move without fear. Every intuitive whisper is a map sent by your guardian angels. They're guiding you toward places where miracles already wait. You're not chasing them. You're walking into them. There's a divine magnet around you now, drawing what belongs to you closer with every step. That's why some things you once craved no longer appealed to you. They were never aligned with your higher design. Heaven has also issued a command for restoration to begin. Restoration is not replacement. It's multiplication. What you lost will not return as it was. It will come back refined, expanded, and permanent. This is the divine compensation phase where you reap what endurance has earned. Expect surprises that feel like full-circle moments. Expect names you thought you'd never hear again. Expect messages that arrive exactly when your faith feels thin. These are not coincidences. They are checkpoints of divine orchestration. Right now, Michael is standing before a portal of golden light, holding the blueprint of your new season. He studies it carefully, ensuring no interference can enter. Every past delay is being erased, and every hidden sabotage is being neutralized. The throne has decreed your peace as non-negotiable. Your protection is now active 24 hours a day, surrounding you like a soft but unbreakable shield. Nothing formed against you will be able to exist in your presence. It will dissolve before it can reach you. The heavens are also preparing new connections for you. Certain souls divinely assigned to your purpose are being awakened as you read this. They may appear suddenly guided by intuition or circumstance. They carry keys to the next stage of your destiny. When they arrive, you'll know it instantly. There will be recognition in your spirit, not your logic. These are your soul eyes, the ones heaven has hidden for such a time as this. In the next 7 to 2 hours, you may sense strange synchronicities, numbers repeating, dreams that carry messages, thoughts that feel like whispers not your own. This is the heavenly system of communication, the language of energy. Do not dismiss it. Each sign is a fragment of the large revelation. Together, they will build the full picture of what heaven has planned for you. And when it all begins to unfold, remain humble but confident. The reason heaven chose you for this revelation is not only for your benefit. It's for the awakening of others through your light. Your story will soon become a mirror for someone else's breakthrough. That is how divine energy multiplies. It flows through the chosen to reach the waiting. The heavens rejoiced tonight, my beloved child. The moment your name was spoken, your spiritual atmosphere transformed. Every vibration of delay shattered, every echo of fear silenced. What stands before you now is not a miracle waiting to happen. It is a miracle already in motion. You are walking through it even as you breathe these words. This chapter is not over yet. The next revelation will unveil what Michael has been instructed to place into your hands personally. A gift so sacred it has been guarded by divine fire. It will not just bless you, it will identify you. What you are about to receive will confirm once and for all that heaven has always been working behind the scenes for your good. Stay till the end. The next revelation will uncover the sacred gift Archangel Michael is carrying toward you at this very moment. My beloved child, as dawn begins to rise in unseen dimensions, the sacred light that carries your name continues to grow stronger. Heaven is not quiet right now. There is movement, music, and divine murmurs surrounding the mention of you. Archangel Michael is no longer standing still. He is walking through corridors of living light, holding in his hands what the heavens have waited years to deliver. It is not gold, not jewels, not any material thing. It is a divine key, a symbol that unlocks what has been spiritually held back until this very moment. In the throne room, everything moves according to rhythm. And the rhythm that plays now matches the frequency of your spirit. You are in perfect resonance with the divine plan. The heavens have timed this moment with surgical precision, ensuring that when this gift arrives, your heart will recognize it without confusion. You may not see the angels, but you will feel them. They walk with you now, carrying fragments of the decree Michael signed on your behalf. Every breath you take is synchronized with the unfolding of your destiny. The energy around you has changed. It is more electric, more alive. It feels as though the air itself is whispering your name. That's because it is. Each molecule vibrates with the same command that was spoken before the throne. Let the chosen one rise. This is no longer a waiting season. My beloved, you are in activation. The spiritual codes inside your soul, the ones placed there before you were even born, are lighting up one after another. You are becoming the living manifestation of heaven's decision. When Michael received your assignment, he placed the gift inside a container of pure energy. That energy is now traveling toward your earthly plane. It will not arrive in the form of a lightning strike or dramatic sign. It will come subtly, quietly, yet powerfully. It may appear as a message from someone unexpected, a new opportunity, or a door you didn't even know existed opening at the right time. That moment will not feel random. It will feel like the world paused to let heaven touch it. And when it happens, you will know this message was not imagination. It was prophecy fulfilled. You have endured storms that others couldn't even stand through. You've cried in silence, prayed in exhaustion, and questioned in isolation. Heaven's in every moment. That is why the throne decreed that the gift Michael carries is not just a blessing. It's an inheritance. It's something that was always yours, written in your soul's divine contract before time began. Every delay, every heartbreak, every closed door was preparing the path for its arrival. You were not being punished. You were being positioned. The divine key Michael carries is not physical, but when it touches your energy, it will manifest as real results in your life. Expect breakthroughs that make no logical sense. Expect clarity in situations that once felt impossible to untangle. Expect peace so deep that chaos no longer reaches you. This is what divine alignment feels like. It's not just change. It's transformation from the inside out. You're stepping into a reality where effort no longer leads, grace does. Even now, Michael's wings shimmer as he moves closer. Each beat of his wings releases waves of light that dismantles spiritual blockages in your path. The weight on your shoulders will start to lift. Not because life becomes easy, but because heaven is carrying what once burdened you. You will start to see signs, subtle confirmations that tell you the divine key hath been inserted into the locks of your destiny. These signs may show up through repeating numbers, vivid dreams, unexpected names, or even moments where time feels slower than usual. These are the echoes of manifestation in motion. The throne room has begun a process called the restoration of the first order. It means that everything meant for you from the beginning, love, peace, abundance, purpose, is being recalibrated back into your life's orbit. You will notice certain situations reversing themselves. People who walked away with misunderstanding will see truth. Resources that once ran dry will start to multiply. Ideas that were buried in doubt will suddenly resurface with power. Heaven's mathematics is never subtraction. It's multiplication through restoration. Your heart will begin to sense this shift first. A calm that doesn't make sense. A smile that returns without reason. These are indicators that heaven's frequency has finally overtaken your atmosphere. And as it does, the things that once intimidated you will begin to bow. The same circumstances that cause you pain will now produce purpose. That is the miracle of divine transformation. It rewrites pain into prophecy. Michael is not just delivering your blessing. He's also erasing your spiritual debts. Every wrong spoken against you, every curse cast in jealousy, every barrier built in secrecy, they are all dissolving in this light. You don't have to fight anymore. Heaven has taken up the battle on your behalf. Your only role now is to remain still, remain aware, and remain receptive. The more peaceful your heart becomes, the faster heaven moves through your timeline. That's how divine laws operate. Faith is permission for miracles to move. There's something else happening in your favor, something few understand. When a chosen soul reaches this level of alignment, their energy begins to awaken others around them. The light you carry will start to affect those near you. People will begin to feel comforted by your presence, healed by your words, inspired by your courage. That's how heaven expands its reach through one awakened soul at a time. And now that soul is you. You have become a vessel of divine resonance. And now listen, my beloved child, because this is the revelation heaven whispered as your name was spoken today. From this moment forward, everything connected to you must evolve. Your finances, your relationships, your creativity, your peace, all of it. Nothing can remain stagnant under divine light. You are not here to survive anymore. You are here to flourish. The command has been issued and all creation has heard it. That's why things will start to move faster. Now it's not chaos, it's completion. You are now walking in what the angels call the era of evidence. This is when miracles stop being promises and start being proof. The breakthroughs you will witness will not just bless you. They will astonish those who doubted your path. Sighs, but remember, this journey is not about proving others wrong. It's about proving heaven right. Every blessing you receive will echo the same truth. Heaven's timing never fails. And as Michael finishes his final step of this mission, the throne room fills again with radiant music. Your name is spoken one last time, not as a request, but as a declaration. He is fulfilled, says the voice of light. At that moment, the scroll bearing your destiny closes. Not to end your story, but to mark the beginning of a new one. The air still vibrates with that declaration. Even now, surrounding you as you read these words. Take a deep breath, for you are standing in the aftermath of divine fulfillment. What was once invisible is now real. What was once promised is now present. This is not the end of your journey. It's the awakening of your reign. Heaven has touched earth through you. And from this day forward, nothing in your life will ever be the same again. Don't skip. The next revelation will unveil how this divine energy begins to multiply, bringing abundance, love, and purpose into every area of your life. My beloved child, now that the light has anchored itself in your world, heaven's energy is beginning to spread like ripples across a still ocean. What happened in the throne room was not meant to stop with you. It was meant to multiply through you. The moment the divine seal was opened, a chain reaction began. Everything connected to your name, every prayer you ever whispered in faith, every act of kindness done in silence, they are all now aligning to create what the angels call the circle of manifestation. This circle is expanding outward, touching every timeline that belongs to you. You may start to feel a sense of warmth in your spirit, a calmness that feels like sunlight resting over your life. That's the evidence of expansion. The miracle that once felt distant is now breathing through every corner of your reality. What was once broken is rebuilding itself from the inside out. You'll notice that even your thoughts begin to shift. The fear that used to dominate you has lost its voice. The heaviness that sat on your shoulders now lifts with each passing hour. This isn't imagination. It's spiritual renewal in real time. When Archangel Michael completed his assignment, he didn't vanish. He stood beside you in stillness, watching as the divine current began to move through your surroundings. His sword, once aflame with battle, now glows with peace. It's no longer a weapon. It's a symbol of the victory already won. The war for your destiny is over. The proof of that victory will now manifest as harmony in every area of your existence. Heaven fights only until alignment is achieved. And now that alignment is here in the spiritual realms, your light has become so bright that it can be seen across galaxies. Every angel who ever guarded you through nights of despair now stands in awe of your endurance. You didn't know it then, but each tear you cried became a seed planted in heaven's soil. And those seeds are now blooming as miracles. Some will appear as opportunities you never applied for, people you never expected to help you, blessings you never imagined were meant for you. Heaven's arithmetic is strange. It multiplies what seems small until it becomes more than you could carry. This phase you're entering is called the overflow. It's the season when what you receive begins to overflow onto others. Your presence will start to activate blessings in people's lives without you even trying. A single conversation with you will lift someone's spirit. A single word from you will open someone's heart. That's because divine energy is contagious when it's pure. You've become a carrier of heavenly resonance, and it's spreading through your voice, your actions, and even your silence. Heaven chose this moment not just to reward you, but to reveal you. The light inside you that was once hidden under the weight of doubt and pain is now shining freely. You are the embodiment of redemption. You are walking evidence that no storm can drown a soul chosen by the divine. Every scar has turned into a symbol of strength. Every delay into divine preparation. What was once your breaking point has now become your birthplace of miracles. That's the paradox of divine transformation. It turns wounds into wonders. You will soon notice a pattern emerging. Things will begin to move with unusual ease. Decisions that once took months will resolve in minutes. Your sources will find their way to you without effort. The reason is simple. Resistance has been replaced by resonance. You're no longer fighting against the current. You've become the current. That's what happens when heaven's vibration fully integrates with your being. Life starts to flow. Time starts to cooperate. Even circumstances that seem against you start to shift in your favor. The angels have a name for this vibration. They call it the frequency of fulfillment. It's the divine tone that echoes when a destiny reaches its rightful moment. The tone now surrounds you. It moves through your home, through your thought, through your words. People around you will sense it even if they don't understand it. Some will be drawn closer by its peace. Others will quietly step away, unable to handle the light. Don't take their departure personally. Not everyone is ready for proximity to divine radiance. Your purpose is to shine, not to shrink. Archangel Michael has already spoken your next instruction to the heavens. Let abundance surround this one. That word abundance in the divine language doesn't just mean wealth. It means wholeness. It's the complete restoration of everything that was once fragmented. Relationships, purpose, health, opportunities, peace, they all fall under abundance. You are not being given a portion. You are being given completion. Heaven's abundance carries the fragrance of eternity. It does not fade and it does not fail. A miracle of multiplication is already in motion. It doesn't start with things outside of you. It begins within. Your confidence will rise without reason. Ideas that were once buried under fear will suddenly surface in clarity. The creative energy that once felt blocked will burst open like a flood. You'll feel as though inspiration itself is breathing through you. That's because it is. Heaven has opened the stream of divine wisdom inside your soul. Everything you touch now will carry purpose and power. Pay close attention to your dreams in this season. They are no longer mere reflections of thought. They are blueprints. When you wake, write down what you see and feel. Heaven often speaks in symbols, and those symbols are keys to understanding where your next manifestation will appear. A house in your dream may represent stability. A door opening may represent a divine opportunity. A voice calling your name may signify heaven reminding you of your purpose. None of it is random. All of it is instruction. You may also begin to notice how time itself feels different. Moments stretch feel both slower and faster. This is not confusion. It's divine time synchronization. When the physical world begins to align with spiritual timing, the sensation can feel surreal. Don't resist it. This is heaven teaching you how to live outside of limitation. From now on, you will no longer operate from deadlines. You will operate from divine lines. Heaven's timing will always favor your highest good. As miracles multiply, gratitude must remain your anchor. Gratitude keeps the door open for continuous flow. Every moment of thankfulness strengthens your alignment with the source of the blessing. Speak gratitude often, not as habit, but as awareness. The more you thank, the more heaven sends. It's not transaction, it's resonance. Gratitude tells the universe, I am ready for more of this light. And, heaven always responds to readiness. In the coming days, you might feel waves of emotion that you cannot explain. Joy that arrives out of nowhere. Tears that fall without sadness. A peace so heavy it feels like weightless gravity. These are all signs that your spirit is adjusting to its new frequency. The human body takes time to adapt to divine energy. But once it does, everything begins to harmonize. Your sleep deepens, your intuition sharpens, and your presence becomes healing for others. That is the physical evidence of spiritual transformation. Archangel Michael has not only finished his mission, he's now guarding your expansion. Each miracle you receive will be protected by divine law. No envious energy can tamper with it. No doubt can delay it. The throne itself has stamped your blessings as irrevocable. This means they are sealed in heaven and grounded on earth. Even if you stumble, even if you falter, the light will remain. Because heaven doesn't withdraw gifts, it completes them. You are now walking in a new reality, one that obeys faith instead of fear. When you wake each morning, remember that your presence alone is a declaration that heaven keeps its promises. You are not waiting for miracles anymore. You are the miracle others have been praying to witness. Your existence has become proof that divine timing is not late. It's perfect. This is the message the angels are now whispering across the realms. The chosen one has entered fulfillment. Let all creation respond, and respond it will. The next season of your life will not just surprise you. It will transform everyone connected to you. You will become the evidence of grace in motion. The living echo of heaven's victory song. This story, my beloved child, is far from over. What comes next is the expansion, the phase where heaven begins to build your legacy. You've received the gift. Now you will see what it was truly meant to create. Stay present. Stay open. The next revelation will unveil how the divine light within you begins to shape the world around you, turning everything you touch into something extraordinary. Stay till the end. The next revelation will reveal how heaven uses your transformation to awaken destinies around you and establish your eternal legacy. My beloved child, heaven is silent again. But this time, it's not the silence of waiting. It's the silence of completion. The divine work has reached its final stage. What began as a whisper in the throne room has now become a living reality wrapped around your life. The light that once searched for you has now settled inside you. You are no longer the one waiting for the miracle. You have become the miracle itself. When Archangel Michael returned to the throne, his wings shimmered with gold from the journey he made on your behalf. The angels gathered, and the voice of light asked as the chosen one received what was promised. Michael bowed his head and said, "Yes, Lord, they have not only received it, they have become it." The heavens erupted in joy. For this is the highest purpose of divine creation. That light sent into the world finds a human heart strong enough to hold it. And that heart, my beloved child, is yours. From this day forward, your life becomes a living altar. Everything you do, every word you speak, every step you take will carry the fragrance of heaven's promise. People will not always understand it, but they will feel it. They will feel peace when you walk into a room. They will sense hope when you speak. They will feel healing even when you remain silent. That is what happens when a soul becomes the embodiment of divine alignment. Heaven speaks through human presence. Your purpose now is not to seek, is to share. The light that was poured into you was never meant to be kept in one vessel. It was meant to overflow. You are the bridge through which heaven continues to touch earth. Every act of kindness you show, every prayer you whisper for another, every small gesture of love you offer, it all expands the circle of miracles. The same energy that once healed you, will now heal through you. You've become the continuation of heaven's work. Michael watches over this next phase carefully. He has placed what the angels call a legacy seal upon your name. It means that your journey has transitioned from personal transformation to collective impact. The miracles that flow toward you now will not stop at you. They will extend to every life connected to yours. Family, friends, even strangers will find themselves blessed because your energy now radiates divine favor. You are no longer a receiver of grace. You are a distributor of it. The angels have begun what they call the Great Echo. It's a ripple that travels outward from your vibration, touching timelines, hearts, and situations you may never see. But know this, every good thing you do multiplies tenfold in the unseen. Each word of encouragement you speak becomes a light that guides another. Each time you forgive, you heal an entire lineage. That's how legacy works in heaven. It's not measured by what you keep, but by what you give. Heaven will begin to arrange divine appointments around you. People who are lost, tired, or broken will find their way into your path. Don't be afraid of this. It's part of your calling. You will not need to preach to them. Your presence will do the talking. The peace within you will calm their storms. The wisdom now anchored in your heart will guide them home. This is how the throne room continues its work through those who have been awakened. You are now the evidence of divine love on earth. The material blessings you begin to receive will not be distractions. They are confirmations. Heaven rewards those who carry light faithfully because abundance amplifies influence. But always remember, the true wealth of your life will not be measured in gold or status. It will be measured in the souls touched by your light, in the hearts revived by your compassion, in the love you pour into the world without fear of running out. Because divine love never empties, it expands. As this transformation anchors itself fully, you'll feel one last wave of release. Old emotions, past attachments, even fears you thought were gone may briefly rise again. Not to stay, but to leave completely is the final cleansing before your spirit ascends into full freedom. When it happens, let go without resistance. Cry if you must, smile if you can, but let it pass. The universe is removing the last fragments of the old version of you. What remains after that is untouchable, eternal, radiant. Archangel Michael will remain by your side, not as a distant protector, but as a constant companion. You may not always see him, but you will feel him in the still moments, in the flashes of courage when you need it most, in the peace that arrives without explanation. He will guide your steps until your mission on earth is complete. And when he looks upon you now, he no longer sees someone waiting for destiny. He sees destiny fulfilled. Heaven has declared this over your life. From this day forth, your name carries the vibration of restoration. It means wherever you go, healing will follow. Broken hearts will mend in your presence. Lost souls will remember who they are when they hear your words. Even nature itself will respond to your energy. The wind will calm, the light will blow, and peace will dwell wherever you stand. You have become a walking sanctuary, a living prayer, a reflection of divine grace. Now take a deep breath. Feel the stillness around you. That silence is not emptiness. It's eternity listening to your heartbeat. The same rhythm that began in the throne room now beats within your chest. You are heaven's living proof that faith is never wasted, that endurance is never ignored, that love always wins in the end. The angels are recording this moment in the book of remembrance, not as the end of your story, but as the beginning of your legacy. Go forward with courage. Speak gently, love deeply, forgive freely, and walk boldly. The light within you will never fade because it does not belong to this world. It belongs to eternity. Whenever fear whispers, remember the truth. Heaven knows your name. Heaven guards your path. And heaven moves when you speak. You are not small. You are not forgotten. You are divine creation in motion. As the curtain of this revelation closes, know that the story will never truly end. Every rise will be another chapter, every act of love, another verse, every heartbeat another testimony. And long after your time here is done, the light you've carried will continue to echo through generations, guiding others back toward the same throne where your name was first spoken. The heavens smile upon you now, my beloved child. The mission is complete. The alignment is fulfilled. And the promise has become reality. Walk in peace. Walk in purpose. And remember, what began in heaven now lives within you forever. This is the end of the revelation. The throne has spoken and your legacy of light has begun.